We're going to use the tilt shift effect in this tutorial, and I also refer to it as the tiny town look. It's a little bit of an optical illusion, tricking your brain into thinking that we're closer up to an object in your photograph by blurring everything else around it out. So I'm going to start with this picture of Delhi. First, make sure I right click and duplicate the layer. I'm going to hit the letter Q to enter the quick mask mode, and I'm going to go to my gradient tool, and there's actually different types of gradients that you could use. I'm going to use the reflected gradient, the fourth one over, and I want the storefronts and the people to stay in focus and have everything else blurred. And to use this tool, it's opposite. You would think that I would want to go from left to right as I'm drawing on my photograph, but actually I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to click and I'm going to go up, down, and it's going to give me the red area where the mask will be. That's a little too high, so I'm going to try it again. Try it again. There we go. Maybe a little bit longer to get more of the people. So once you've got it to where you want it, you're going to hit the Q on your keyboard again to get out of the quick mode, and you can see that where you placed the red is not selected, so it's not going to be affected by this next step, but everything else is. You're going to go to Filter, Blur, and Lens Blur. In this screen, the defaults are probably okay. You could play around and see what they do, but we're just going to click OK. And now you can see the space around it is blurred. You can actually make it more blurred. The shortcut is Control-Command-F on the keyboard, and it will add another layer of blur to it. I can even do it another time. When I go up to my history panel, I can see how much blur I've added, and I can go back if it was a little too much, and then do Command D to deselect, and now you can see the effect. I'll turn off the changes to look at the original, and so now it's given us this little tiny town effect. I also tried it out in Florence with this bridge. However, we're maybe a little too far away from the subject matter to get it to really have the full effect. So I also tried it one more time with this carousel, and I think I used maybe the fifth type of gradient, the diamond gradient, so that there's more blur on the outside, but just this diamond shape with the subject matter on the inside. So play around with the different gradients to get the effect that you like, and make sure you save it as a JPEG and as a Photoshop doc.